The following video shows what happens when an idiot has a camera. Viewer discretion is advised. J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson were not involved in the making of this video. Any anger or dissatisfaction felt is purely coincidental.
I know that the new Evoque is actually a second slower than this car, so a 0 to 60 time of plus 1 second. I don't like that. I think that's going backwards. If you're gonna launch a new Evoque in 2019/2020, you need to make sure that it's a step up in every sense of the word from the old Evoque. And this car is faster than the new car. So I don't like that. It's actually one of the reasons why, and as well as the interior. You probably saw my other video on touchscreens, and actually it sort of covers that car as well. That car doesn't have a gigantic, the new Evoque doesn't have a gigantic touchscreen in the middle. No, it doesn't. But what it does have is a touchscreen here where I have buttons and dials and all kinds of intuitive controls for the air conditioning and seat warming and other things. And that car, you have another touchscreen. And it's been said many times by many reviewers, it's a little bit difficult, and it's the Evoque and the Velar, and now probably all of the Range Rover range, but they're very difficult to adjust when you're concentrating on driving. And it's almost as if all of these safety systems are there to ensure you don't kill yourself due to twiddling around with the touchscreens that were not necessary to install, but they chose to install to make the car look more modern. I'll tell you, the Velar has grown on me quite a bit. When it first came out, I thought it was not so attractive, the styling. And I didn't like the interior. I mean, I'm not going to start ranting again about the interiors of newer cars, but yeah, the Velar has grown on me. It's definitely a very handsome car, more handsome than the Sport, more handsome than the Range Rover, the proper Range Rover. But I don't like the new Evoque because it tries to emulate the same styling, but because of the different proportions, it just doesn't work on the new Evoque. Everything looks unimpressive because of its smaller proportions. I think it deserved its own styling the way it had, a more a sportier looking car than I know it has to belong to the same family, the same Range Rover family, and they have to sort of normalize the appearance. But do they have to normalize the appearance? Is that really necessary if you can't make a car that is its own thing, that has its own unique design and its own unique approach? In any case, the new Evoque doesn't appeal to me anymore, and that's quite disappointing. The styling, the external styling. And so if I was going to buy another Land Rover, I said I wouldn't, but they are still very handsome, very attractive cars, and very capable cars. If I were to be tempted, this time it would have to be the Velar. It would not be the Evoque. The size of the Velar makes it a little bit more challenging to park and that kind of thing. I'm also tempted to wait for the inevitable facelift for the Evoque, because for the new Evoque, the one that just came out, because there's undoubtedly going to be a facelift at some point, and perhaps that will correct the design flaws, what I believe are design flaws. Other people may be very impressed with the new Evoque. The new Evoque may be perfect for them, but for me, it just looks like, I don't know, it looks like all the other SUVs right now, the very, very small LEDs, daylight running lights, and the very, very narrow headlights. Pretty much every car right now looks like that. There's nothing unique about it. So yeah, it's emulating the Velar and not introducing anything original. And yeah, certainly it's worth waiting for the next version of it, the facelift version of it, and seeing if that makes it more attractive.
No idiots were harmed during the making of this video.